losing again. A war in your head.
Hello everyone, welcome to Smarter Everyday Over Learning. Dear students, today's our topic is electronic configuration. And what is meant by electronic configuration? Let us see. Electronic configuration, the distribution of the electrons in specific orbitals, those are SPDF. SPDF, specific orbitals, are nothing but also called as subshells. SPDF. The electrons, the distribution of the electrons, that means, for suppose hydrogen, atomic number 1 and its electronic configuration is 1s1. Here students, 1s1, S is the orbital and this is also known as a subshell, and the distribution of this electron in specific orbitals is known as electronic configuration. Let us see one by one with examples from the hydrogen to some elements. Let's see the electronic configuration. First students, you can know that NLX method. NLX method means we can use this NLX method. We are writing the electronic configuration for the elements. NLX method, here N is representing that the main shell or the principal quantum number. Main shell or the principal quantum number. Here C students, L is representing that subshell. SPDF subshells we can representing with the letter small l. By using this NLX method, we can write the electronic configuration for the elements. See students, for hydrogen I have written here 1s1. Here in the place of N, I have written 1. That means 1 is indicates the main shell, and in the place of L, I have written here S. That means that S is indicating that subshell. Okay students, now for suppose helium. Helium element is there, for that atomic number 2, for this electronic configuration is 1s2. So in the place of X, I have written here 2. That means the total number of electrons here students. Okay, and lithium atomic number 3, 1s2, 2s1. According to Moeller chart, I have written here 1s2 and 2s1. This is the electronic configuration for the lithium, basing upon the NLX method. And students, for suppose if I take the example of calcium, let us see calcium atomic number 20. If I write the electronic configuration for this, according to Moeller chart, 1s2, 2s2, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s2. These are the increasing energy levels according to the Moeller chart. I have written here the electronic configuration. And students, for suppose if I take the element neon atomic number 10, then the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. If you count these numbers, you should get the number 10. This is the electronic configuration for the neon element. And students, if you see the next example, that is magnesium. Magnesium, the symbol is Mg and the atomic number is 12. Then if I write the electronic configuration for this, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s2. If you add these numbers, you should get 12 students. This indicates electrons. In this magnesium atom, 12 electrons are present and 12 protons also present. This is known as the atomic number. Okay students, this is about the electronic configuration and the definition of the electronic configuration. And some exceptional configurations are there in this electronic configuration. So those examples I'll tell you. First one is chromium and the second one is copper. Okay students, these two elements, those are not showing the electronic configuration according to 3 rules are there. that I have explained in our previous class. Those are Aufbau principle and Pauli exclusion principle. And students, the last one is Hund's rule. So these are the exceptional characteristics of a configuration. Those are chromium and copper. How it will be? Let us see. Exceptional configurations. This is based upon the stability of completely filled and exactly half filled orbitals. This we can say basing upon the completely filled orbitals and half filled orbitals, and the electronic configuration of the various atoms generally follow the rules. You know that, students, that is Aufbau principle, Pauli exclusion, and Hund's rule. You know very well, students. Okay, Hund's rule. Basing upon these three rules, the filling of the atomic orbitals can be done, students. And however, in certain elements, when the two subshells differ slightly in their energies, an electron may shift from a subshell of lower energy to subshell of higher energy. That means subshell of lower energy to subshell of higher energy. Here shifting of the electron takes place, students. Shifting of the electron, either completely filled or exactly half filled of the electrons in the various orbitals of the subshell of the higher energy level. See, students, in these exceptional configurations you can see chromium and copper. While we are writing these two elements electronic configuration, there are some exceptional characteristics. Let's see what are they. And that is basing upon symmetrical distribution, students. It is well known fact that symmetry leads to stability. Thus the electronic configuration in which all the orbitals of the same subshell are either completely filled or half filled, more stable because of symmetrical distribution of the electrons. For example, the expected electronic configuration of chromium, students, that is the element symbol is Cr, and the atomic number is 24. Basing upon this 24, you can write the electronic configuration for these students. That is by following these three rules, Aufbau and Pauli exclusion and Hund's rule. And if you write the electronic configuration for these students, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d4. If you count all these electrons, you must get 24 electrons, students. 10, 20 and plus 4, 24. 24 electrons. And if you denote with the electron spin like this is 1s orbital. You can draw like this, students, 1s orbital. It must contain here 2 electrons with opposite spin. Here also 2s2, 2p6, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students, and 3s2 like this. Again here 3p6 means 6 electrons must be filled like this, and 4s2, here 2 electrons, 3d4, that means 3d4. Okay, students, this is the arrangement of the electrons, students. But if one of the 4s electron shifts to vacant 3d orbital, the distribution of the electrons will become more symmetrical, and this will extra stability. Therefore the electronic configuration will be, the electron shifts from this 4s orbital to this 3d orbital. Then the electronic configuration should be like this, students. I am writing here. You can see here 4s1 should come, and here that 3d5. You can draw like this, 3, 4 and 5. So students, 4s1, 3d5. This is the exceptional configuration of the chromium. Similarly, if you take the next element, that is copper electronic configuration, while we are writing basing upon the atomic number, that is Z is equal to 29. Then there are 29 electrons present in copper, students, and by writing the electronic configuration basing upon the Aufbau principle and Pauli exclusion and the Hund's rule, students, I am writing here, that is 1s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d9. If you count all these numbers, you should get here 29 electrons, students. And this is 1s orbital, 2s orbital, 2p, and this is 3s orbital, this is 3p orbital, this is 4s orbital, and this is 3d orbital, 3d subshell, and these are the 5 orbitals present in d subshell. And if you write the electrons inside the orbital, students, 1s2 means here 2 electrons, again 2s2, 2 electrons, 2p6 means 3 electrons, you should draw like this, and 3s2 again here through 2 electrons, and 3p it has 6 electrons like this, students, and 4s 1 and 2, 3d9 means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, like this should write, students. This is electronic configuration for the copper. And now, but in this configuration, students, the distribution of the electron in 5 3d orbitals is not symmetrical. A shift of one electron from the lower energy 4s to the higher energy 3d orbital will make the distribution of the electrons symmetrical and hence will impart more stability. Thus, the electronic actual configuration of the copper as follows. I am writing here. You can see 1s orbital, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d orbital. And if you write the electrons inside it, 1s2 and 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. So that here, students, if you see, one electron should shift to from 4s to 3d, so that you should not draw one electron here, it should be 1, that is 4s1. This electron should come here, so that while filling these electrons, d orbital, it is completely filled. Why? Because for the shifting of this electron to here. So this is the electronic configuration for the copper. That is the exceptional configuration, students. So for the copper, you should not write like this 4s2 and 3d9. This is the wrong one, and you should write last one 4s1 3d10. If you write like this, it will be correct. And if you see the chromium, for this also 4s2 and 3d4, you should not do like this, you should not write like this. And if you write 4s1 3d5, this is the electronic configuration in a correct way. Okay, students, this is about our today's session about the electronic configuration of the elements. How can we write the electronic configuration, and how can we calculate the number of electrons and the protons and the neutrons, and the students, and see for exceptional characteristics also for chromium and the copper I explained in this class. Your opinion and your views you can convey in the comment section, students, and if you are having any doubt, you can convey that doubt in the comment section. If you like this video, please share to your friends, and please subscribe to this channel for your support. Thank you.